Let's talk about something really weird, a paradox that a lot of us feel every single day at work. Why is it that the smartest, most creative people, maybe people just like you, are often the ones who struggle the most with distraction?
You know that feeling, right? One moment, your mind is on fire, making incredible connections and solving huge problems. And then the next, you're 10 tabs deep into a Wikipedia rabbit hole, and it feels like your best asset has suddenly become your worst enemy.
Well, if that sounds familiar, I want you to know something really important. You are not alone. And that feeling of being pulled in a million different directions, it isn't a personal failure. It's actually a side effect of having a high-performance brain.
So what is going on here? The answer isn't just to try harder or find another productivity app. Nope, we're going to go deeper. We're going to look at the actual neuroscience to understand the real root cause of this constant fight for focus. Okay, let's just dive right into the core of this misunderstanding. We all have this expectation, right? A smart brain should equal great focus. But the reality, especially in the world we live in now, is often the complete opposite. A more powerful brain can actually be more prone to distraction. And we're about to find out exactly why. So what's happening inside a brain that's wired for high performance? Well, it's a little more complicated than just having extra horsepower. Think about it like this. Your brain has these incredible high-end features. You've got faster processing speed, you have a larger working memory, kind of like having more RAM so you can hold more ideas in your head at once, and you've got this amazing wide associative thinking that makes these brilliant creative leaps between different topics. But here's the catch. A more powerful system is almost always a more sensitive one. It's not just seeing the main task in front of you. Oh no, it's seeing 5 other possibilities, 3 potential problems, and a cool new idea all at the same time. Every little ping and notification can set off a whole chain reaction of thoughts. And your personality is a huge piece of this puzzle. Highly intelligent people often have this incredible openness to new things, a really intense natural curiosity, and they're amazing at divergent thinking. And that's fantastic for coming up with new ideas. But in a world that is screaming for your attention, it means that everything looks genuinely interesting and worth exploring. So this is the main takeaway here, and it's huge. Your problem isn't a lack of discipline or willpower, it's an overflow. It's your powerful natural curiosity just crashing head-on into a world that offers an infinite buffet of things to be curious about.
But look, it's not just what's happening inside your head. The environments we're forced to work in, they play a massive and often a really destructive role in all of this.
And this is the great mismatch of our time. On one hand, the deep, meaningful work that actually creates value, well, it needs things like long stretches of uninterrupted time, psychological safety, and quiet. And on the other hand, what does the modern office give us? The exact opposite. Constant interruptions, overstimulation, and a culture that rewards you for how fast you reply, not how well you think. Let's just name these enemies, right? First, you've got the interruption economy. Every email, every Slack message, it slices your attention into tiny little pieces. Second, the open office. It might be great for some things, but it also creates this constant background noise that keeps your brain on a low-grade state of alert. And third, the fast response culture, which basically trains us to be busy, not brilliant. And get this, think about the real cost. Research shows that after just one simple interruption, it can take you anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes to get back to that deep level of focus you were in. Now, if you get interrupted just a few times an hour, your shot at doing any real deep work is basically gone for the day. Okay, but now, here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. What if I told you that some of this stuff we call distraction is actually a hidden superpower? It's time to completely reframe this idea of a wandering mind. So, let me introduce you to the default mode network, or the DMN. This is a network in your brain that lights up when you're not focusing on anything in particular. You know when you're taking a walk, or in the shower, or just staring out the window? This is your brain's creative powerhouse. It's the part that connects all these distant ideas and generates those incredible aha moments. I absolutely love this analogy. Think of your brain as having 2 main modes. Focus mode is like a tight, bright spotlight. It's for getting things done. But connection mode, your DMN, that's more like a constellation connector. It's looking up at all the stars of information in your mind and drawing these beautiful, unexpected patterns between them. And to do truly great work, you need both. And this explains so much, doesn't it? All those stories about brilliant thinkers having their breakthroughs on long walks, they knew this instinctively.
They understood that your best ideas don't come when you're staring at a screen trying to force them. They show up when you give your brain the space to let them emerge on their own.
So the goal here isn't to kill off your mind wandering. It's to manage it. It's about building a structure, a fortress, that protects your focus when you need to execute, and then gives you the freedom to connect ideas when you don't. So let's talk about how to build it.
First things first, you have to know what you're aiming for. Now, for a high-performance brain that loves to jump around, a tiny 25-minute work block is often just not enough. You need longer stretches. Think 60 to 90 minutes to really get past all the surface-level noise and achieve a true state of flow.
So here are 4 really practical steps. 1. Block out untouchable time in your calendar and guard it with your life. 2. Simplify your space. Close all the extra tabs, clear your desk. 3. Create a little pre-work ritual. Maybe it's making a cup of tea. It just signals to your brain, okay, it's go time. And 4, and this is crucial, end your deep work with deliberate rest. Take a walk, listen to some music, and let your DMN get to work. You can even structure your entire week around this rhythm. Imagine this. You start your week with a cognitive dump, just getting everything out of your head. Maybe on Wednesday, you take a walk with a question, where you just let your mind wander around a big problem. On Friday, you could reduce dopamine by staying off social media to reset your brain. It's all about intentionally switching between that focus mode and that connection mode.
And here are 2 amazing tools you can start using literally today. First, keep a parking lot notebook right next to you. When some random, brilliant idea pops into your head, you just jot it down to deal with later. This gives your brain permission to let it go. Second, divide your work into 3 tiers: reaction, like email, analysis, and deep creation. And you never, ever try to do creative work right after you've been in reactive mode.
And this really is the ultimate goal. We're not trying to get an empty mind, we're trying to get a clear mind. A mind that's so free from the constant ripples of interruption that it becomes still, like a calm lake. Because only then can you finally see the incredible ideas that are waiting for you at the bottom. So look, this doesn't have to be some massive life change. Maybe it's just a 10-minute walk without your phone. Maybe it's the first 30 minutes of your day with no email. So my question for you is this. What is the one small, still space that you are going to carve out for yourself this week to let your best ideas finally come through?